Of the Milliken Board of Trustees for February 28, 2024 to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Will the town clerk please call roll?
Trustee Dean.
Yes.
Trustee Lane.
Here.
Trustee Miesner.
Here.
Trustee Wakeman.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich.
Here.
Mayor Austin.
Here.
I'd like to note that Trustee Beckman is absent.
Thank you. Does anyone have any additions or deletions to the agenda? Hearing none, I'll take a motion.
I move we approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Dean.
Yes.
Trustee Lane.
Yes.
Trustee Miesner.
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Do we have any citizens' comments tonight? Hearing none, we'll skip over that and go right to the meeting minutes. Is there any discussion or comments on the minutes of the meeting for February 14th, 2024? Hearing none, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Lane.
Yes.
Trustee Miesner.
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman.
Yes.
Trustee Dean.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Does anybody have any questions on the list of bills? No questions or concerns? Then we'll move on to the town administrator's report. Administrator Powell.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. As mentioned during the work session this evening, staff has been reviewing and speaking to companies on how best to bring our website and its pages into ADA compliance, and we'll keep you apprised of that as we're going along. This is a mandate from the state that needs to have a plan in place by July 1st of this year. Staff met with Chevron, PDC, Weld County staff, Front Range Fire and Rescue, and Johnstown staff regarding the haul route for the Chevron PDC site. That's on 48 and a half. We met on February 15th, and we also did a site visit out to the proposed area. That hearing is tomorrow morning in Weld County at the oil and gas facility there. It's at 9:30 in the morning. So I will be attending, and I believe the mayor has indicated she will be there. So we will also keep you apprised on how that works. Town Attorney Matt Gold and I will be having a phone conference with the Platteville Town Manager and their attorney tomorrow at 1:30 to discuss the draft boundary agreement that has been sent to them. And I will keep you updated on that as it goes along, and I will present a copy to you of that agreement at our next work session. Today, we had 30 contractors appear for the pre-bid meeting for the 23 3/4 project. Bids are due on Tuesday, March 19th, so it'll be pretty interesting to see how many we end up with. So that was a good turnout today. The mayor, Trustee Miesner, Community Development Director Pepper McClanahan, and I attended the public hearing regarding the Loveland Ready Mix project and haul route. After testimony from the applicant and Mayor Austin, the Johnstown Mayor Troy Mellon, CDOT Representative Tim Billebrand, and county staff, the haul route will travel down 48 and a half west to County Road 17 instead of the proposed route by the county traveling 48 and a half east to Highway 257 and then north onto Highway 257. So I think that was a great decision by the county commissioners It will keep those people traveling Highway 257 safer. Our Parks Department has been installing, during this time of the year, getting ready for spring and summer, installing playground mulch in all the town parks. There's a certain depth that needs to be maintained. And they've been pruning trees. They finished crack sealing with the Public Works crew with the remaining material we had left for crack seal. The Cape Seal bid opening was Monday. There were 2 companies that submitted bids. And so those interviews will either commence. John, you haven't interviewed yet, have you? No. And so we'll keep you apprised, I'm sure, through a agenda item of who staff is suggesting. The ADA ramp project that we received funding for, that project is complete. And so we've met our deadline of March 1st. That's all I have right now. Thank you. Any questions?
Questions from the board? Hearing none, well, thank you very much.
Well, real quick, on the ADA ramps, I didn't deliver mail today because it's my day off, but did where the asphalt meets the concrete on some of those things, did that get filled in?
Yeah, we're gonna come back and patch those this coming spring.
Okay.
The asphalt patches, asphalt plants reopened.
Okay, I was just curious about that. Okay, I didn't know if you did that today since I wasn't out there, but I've been watching them closely because they're, in my area, so it was, they did a really nice job and they were pretty fast too. Yeah. The asphalt plants should be opening up soon, so we'll be able to address those areas. Okay. Great.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Any other questions? All right, we have nothing on the consent agenda, and thank you very much for your report.
You're welcome.
So we'll move right to the action agenda. Consideration and approval of resolution number 24-06, resolution authorizing certain individuals to act on behalf of the town. Presenting is Wade Nickerson, Finance Director.
Good evening, Mayor and trustees. This resolution is to update the signatures required on the TBK bank account. We haven't updated these for several years. We've had several elected officials on the account as well as the town staff. With the upcoming elections, we felt it would be necessary to get some other names on there to ensure that we have the required signatures on the account going forward. Staff recommends approval, and I can take any questions.
Questions from the board, starting with Trustee Wakely.
I'm kind of curious why we're doing it right now instead of waiting till after the election.
So the main reason is the signers on the account now are Mayor Austin, Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich, Trustee Meisner, and yourself. And so there is a potential with this upcoming election, that we would not have an elected official on the signature cards. So we wanted to get it updated before then.
But they would be okay until the election's certified, right?
Potentially, but I do not want to split hairs with when it comes to signing checks.
Sure, that's pretty important. Thanks, Wade.
Trustee Lane.
Well, I didn't elect to be on it, but so do we have some staff that's on it now that weren't on? I mean,
No, the staff has not changed. Administrator Powell, Finance Manager Diller, and myself are on it currently and will continue to be on it. But the requirements are that there has to be 2 signatures, and at least one of them has to be an elected official.
okay. Well, if you need me to be on there, I'd be happy to do it, I guess. But
Yeah, no, I think
I didn't know. Yeah, so
Yeah, we have it covered. And as you can see the names on the resolution, it'll be Mayor Austin as well as trustees Beckman and Dean going forward. So we'll have
Okay.
3 elected officials and then 3 staff for the 2 signatures necessary. So we'll be okay. And then we'll bring it back and update it after the election and get additional people on there if necessary.
Trustee Meisner?
No, I don't have anything.
Trustee Dean?
No, my question was answered. It requires 2 signatures.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich, any questions?
No question.
Mine got answered too, so therefore, thank you. I'll take a motion on the matter.
I move to approve Resolution 24-06 and authorize the mayor to sign.
Second.
Town Clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Meisner,
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman,
Yes.
Trustee Dean,
Yes.
Trustee Lane,
Yes,
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich,
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the consideration and approval of resolution number 24-07, a resolution to convert temporary use permits for the 74 CBT units. Presenting is Matt Gould, Town Attorney.
Thank you, Mayor Austin. You may recall that last year during 2023, the town authorized the purchase of 72 CBT units. In addition, a developer dedicated 2 CBT units. The process that is utilized by Northern Water in order to ensure that the town gets the benefit of those units is that they are initially treated as temporary use permits, and then they are converted to permanent, annually renewable contracts. This is necessary because, I guess, during the life of Northern Water, there were constitutional changes that made the old approach problematic. I believe that's a reference to Tabor. So the information that's in the memo is from the Northern Water website. It indicates to reduce paperwork, a municipality's CBT acquisitions are first assigned a temporary use permit. Then on an annual basis, all of the temporary use permits are converted to Section 131 contracts in a single action that is adopted as an ordinance or resolution by the municipal government. That resolution is what's before you, and the contracts or the applications which become the contracts are in the packet as well. So happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Questions, Trustee Dean?
Once you authorize the temporary units to become permanent, do you have to redo that every year?
You do not. The contract actually automatically renews each year, but it still has to be an annually renewing contract to comply with the constitutional restrictions.
Okay, thank you.
Trustee Meisner?
No questions.
Trustee Lane?
have no questions.
Trustee Wakeman?
No questions.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich?
No questions.
I have no questions. Pretty standard procedure. So at this point, I'll take a motion on the matter.
I move to approve resolution number 24-07, a resolution authorizing the execution of applications to Northern Colorado Water Conservancy District regarding conversion of temporary use permits to an annually renewing contract under CRS 37-45-131.
Second it.
Town Clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Wakeman,
Yes.
Trustee Dean,
Yes.
Trustee Lane,
Yes,
Trustee Meisner,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich,
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Last item on the agenda is consideration and approval of resolution number 24-08, denying application to disconnect. Matt Gould, Town Attorney.
Thank you, Mayor Austin. The resolution before you is one that was requested by the board at the conclusion or after the hearing that was held at the last meeting. An effort was made to review the record of that hearing and distill the key points that seem to be pertinent to the board members in accordance with the motion that was made. Beyond that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Questions from the board. Trustee Meisner.
Is this going to throw us into a lawsuit?
No, I think that's yet to come. So I believe that this action is highly discretionary. Reading from CML publications that discuss different approaches to disconnection, CML seems to agree. What I think could happen if the applicant chooses to do so is that a petition could be filed seeking disconnection based on failure to serve. And that's actually what was suggested on the record by the attorney for the applicant. He quoted the same section of the statutes that I quoted, and that is a failure to serve provision. So I do not believe that an appeal of this would be productive, because I believe there's a lot of discretion in forming the opinion that's given to the board. But I think if they want to file a lawsuit, they will file it under the other statute. I don't have a crystal ball, but that's what makes sense to me.
Trustee Lane?
Well, I want to ask a question, but I don't know if you have the answer to it. Is it the town of Milliken's responsibility to get that water and sewer line put in prior to them wanting to develop? Or is that their responsibility that they have to pay for it, they have to do all the work? I'm seeing.
I don't have the exact statutory language from the failure to serve disconnect statute in front of me. That's the language I would direct you to. And it talks about providing service in the same manner in which it's provided to other residents. My view is that there's a lot of room for factual questions there. So I'm not responding directly to the question, because I think it's a very potentially complicated question.
Okay.
I hope that information is helpful, though.
It helped a little bit, yeah.
There was a confidential memo that was circulated to the board that explains more. That was probably a month or two ago. You might go back and look at that, and you certainly can call me if you have any questions.
Okay.
Trustee Wakeman?
So we do have a development agreement on this property with Dr. Flack, is that correct? And is that assigned to new owners of property transfers?
It is a document that was recorded, and it runs with the property. It is an encumbrance that was listed on the title commitment that they provided to us. So the title company did not insure over that development agreement. Now, a question might be raised: can you enforce a development agreement that was signed, 18 years ago? I don't know the answer to that. It's still an encumbrance, so it still seems to be binding. But the dates, I think the dates that were contemplated may be passed.
And have we had any further contact with the developers past our last board meeting? Any indication of desire to continue to work with us, or?
I have not had any conversations with the attorneys.
That's all my questions. Thank you.
Trustee Dean?
I have no questions.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich?
No questions.
Clear to me. All right, if there's no further questions, I'll take a motion on the matter.
I move to approve resolution number 24-08, a resolution of the town of Milliken, Colorado, denying the application of JDLB Farm Investments LLC for the enactment of an ordinance disconnecting a tract of land from the town of Milliken.
Seconded.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Dean.
Yes.
Trustee Lane.
Yes.
Trustee Meisner.
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Do we have any board reports tonight? Anybody attend any meetings that they need to report on? Okay, any other matters to come before the board? All right, well, our meeting is concluded, so I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. We're done. Thank you, everyone. After last week.